I'm down to the very end of the binding on Brianna's quilt, and I wanted to finish taking you along with the journey. If I see any stray threads hanging along on the front or the back of the quilt as I do the binding process, I pick all of those off, make sure they get tossed away. So when you get your quilt back, you're going to have very few of those little pieces left if all works out pretty well. I've already shown you that when you have minky on the backing, it can easily beard through to the front. That's what's happening right here, which is why we chose a thread color that's going to more closely match not only the front of the quilt, but the minky as well. There's kind of this reddish browny part here, but there is quite a bit of blue in it as well. It is so sinkable. Oh my golly. Remember to follow down here with that arrow. It'll take you to another of Brianna's quilt, and you'll see some more tips that I gave there and why the choices were that we put in, etc. Remember, if you watched any of those, this is literally hand embroidered the whole way. She created this whole design. But with the binding, let's go ahead and talk about it. I did cut my binding a little bit wider, as I mentioned before, because I'm compensating for the minky here. If I had a flannel back, if I had t-shirts, I may end up compensate by making a little wider. Normally I do 2.5 inches. This time I went 2 3/4 just to make up a little more difference from that gorgeous sinkable minky right there. I have already finished all of my corners, but I thought I would still show you how fastidious and perfect I like my, did I say corners? Corners to be. And I distribute the bulk half on one side and half on the other, so it's as slender as possible. I am making sure that my top thread is the same color as the binding, and I'm doing that nice, neat top stitch right along the binding. My bottom thread in this case isn't going to show hardly at all, but I do want to choose a color that's going to go pretty well. I actually chose kind of a denim blue color. I probably could have gone with a brown or maybe even some kind of a sagey green, but this is perfect. What I don't want to do is something like a pink or a white or a yellow. I want to do something that at least matches a little bit with that right there. So those are a lot of tips that I'll put forth when I do the bindings. I have this little tiny piece left right here to finish up. I will be stitching right along the edge to finish, and then she'll be done. Brianna did mail this to me, and so I will be popping it back into the mail to her. Yes, I take quilts by mail all the time. Put something down in the comments. We'll start a conversation. The intake form is very easy. I've done a couple of Brianna's quilts, and she does amazing work right here. This is going to be just so beautiful for her grandson to enjoy. I think it's for Christmas, so it'll be done and ready. Maybe it's her birthday. I think it's a Christmas, and it'll be ready to go. So what do you have going? Follow me over on Facebook, on Instagram. You'll see pictures of Brianna's quilts. Be sure and like and subscribe. Let's get this and many other quilts out so other people can enjoy them as well.